Hello, and welcome to a little bit of a different format this time for my newsletter. I have heard from you that doing the videos every other week or frequently is something that all of you like. So here I am, and it's actually called a vlog. That's what my virtual assistant tells me. So I hope you're doing well and that you've had a great couple of weeks. It is getting warmer out. And that is a pleasant thing. And at this time of year, I am busy. As I said in my intro, I'm busy doing transition work and closet work. And I wanted to really kind of dig in deep here for you as my newsletter recipients to clear the blurry lines between transition and closet editing, because I do think that there is merit in doing both at the same time. And I just did this for myself. So what I'm sharing with you is exactly my process. It's what works. It's what I have been doing with my clients. And I'm so excited to share with you because I think it will help you down the way. Why do I think that it's important that as you transition to the next season with your closet, your wardrobe, that you also edit? And if you, first tip, take the time when you have time to do this transition, then your editing will happen organically. And this is really important because I kind of want to call this time for you to review, reassess, and then be ready. And I feel that that is practical. Of course, I do that with my clients because it's a prudent way for them to spend their money with me because it's very cost effective. We get it done. So if you're doing this on your own, why do I recommend that you do an edit at the same time as you are moving your wardrobe from one season to the next? And regardless of how you transition, whether you're moving it to a different room and switching closets, or whether you're in one closet and you're moving spring, summer to the front, whatever the oncoming season is, you're moving that to the front. This is applicable. Why do I think it's important? Is because it really will help you cement in your mind what you have in your wardrobe. If you go through it, instead of just getting the clothes, putting them here, removing the heavy stuff and say, I'm done. Not so much. Okay, so it will help you know what you have. Honestly, it will save you aggravation later when you are looking for things and here you have that season's clothes again and you're going, oh my gosh, what is this? You will then, I also think at that time, it becomes more stressful. So when you do it as you transition, you will have a really smooth sailing into the new season in terms of you getting ready and getting dressed for what season it is and for your day. The other piece is editing your wardrobe can be daunting. It is a lot of work. It can be, but in this way, you can feel that great sense of accomplishment. That's what I want you to feel because it will encourage you to do it again. Whether you pick one area of your wardrobe to do when you're transitioning, or you just say, you know what, you put the windows up, it's a nice day, you have your coffee or whatever it is that you're doing, and you have the time. It's so important to take the time when you have the time. So that is really my first tip. So transition, edit. Okay. Now, so you're going to remove and you're going to switch. Keep this in mind. I do believe, I think it's kind of clever. Review, reassess, be ready. Okay. You like that alliteration? So when I did this for myself, I found a few things that I'm going to share with you. And here's what I like to suggest. Start with the area of your wardrobe where you have the most items. For some of you, it would be jeans. Others of you, it would be blouses. For me, it's dresses, tunics and dresses. And why do I say start with that large area of your wardrobe? Because here it is, immediate gratification. Once you have tackled that, you're going to feel great. you'll say, okay, that wasn't so bad, and you will be ready to move on to the next area. And I also want to help you think about the fact that when you are moving those clothes, you are going to be getting rid of things and creating more space. Your wardrobe, just like your plants in the garden and people now, with the 6 feet distance, your clothes like to have some space. So if you can do this, it's wonderful. Okay, so here's what I want to say is keep in mind this. Review, reassess, be ready. So I started with dresses, all right? So, and I'm sitting here because my rolling rack is here. I haven't used it in so long and I love my rolling rack. Anyway, when I was going through my dresses, and you do this, as I said, naturally, I came upon this dress again. It isn't that I don't like the dress. I'm thinking, first of all, do I love it? I like it. Does it fit and does it flatter? Yes, it does fit me. It does not flatter. This color isn't the best for me. And I knew it when I bought it 3 years ago. It was comfortable. It was a little cute because it had gold trim on the gray little cheetah print. So guess what? And it's a little big right now. So I have reassessed. I'm not going to wear it. I haven't worn it. And here's what I want to say. Don't use this past year as a measuring stick for getting rid of things. I really don't want you to do that because all of us know this was not a typical year. Last year was not typical. And I don't want you to use that as your baseline. So this was something I've had, as I said, 3 years. Didn't wear it 2 years ago. Definitely didn't wear it. So guess what? This is going to be dry cleaned and I'm going to take it to the resale shop. So that's something to think about. Got finished with all the dresses and tunics and I'm moving on to your then I went to tops because I have a lot of tops. So some of you may not like this, but I try on pieces that I'm not sure about. This is a cute blouse. It's long sleeves. It's light and airy. And I will say to you, for me, this is an all season wear top. I like to wear lighter colors in the colder weather, regardless of this year, last year, whatever, because it makes me feel a little lighter. But I have noticed it is a little bit big. So what am I going to do with it? I'm not going to put it in my spring summer transition wardrobe to wear, moving forward because it's too big. It's a bit sloppy. This is going to go to my tailor so that I can be ready. So review, reassess, be ready. So that's the other benefit of doing your transition when you have the time. Okay. Now, and just like this top I'm wearing, it's a deeper color kind of, but and I have to say that it is sweatshirt material, but because I have all the gold jewelry on, I lightened it up. I'm warm. It's nice out, but I still feel it's appropriate. So again, for me, this will not be a piece that I'm going to tuck away for next fall. It will go into my transition wardrobe and I will keep it there. There are those nights where it's cool in the summer. So that's the kind of thing you want to think about when you're reviewing your pieces, when you are reviewing, reassessing, be ready. Okay, next up, I think is super important. These are your long sleeve, what I call basics. I also refer to them as layering pieces. And some of you may not keep these in your spring summer wardrobe. I do, especially because the tops that I wear like this are cotton because I'm always warm. So I find that these moving from, fall to winter to spring to summer, they stay in my wardrobe all the time. But what am I checking as I am going through this process? I want to make sure that the white is still white. It isn't stained. It isn't stretched. Do I still love it? And is it relevant? And in my wardrobe, these are completely relevant. I do think that everyone needs a fresh white and a fresh black t-shirt, whether it's long sleeves or short sleeves, especially in the summer though, because we tend to wear those solo. So that's something you can be thinking about. So again, these are going back in my spring summer transition wardrobe, but I did check them to make sure they still have the integrity that they did when I purchased them. Okay, now that brings me to another topic, because here are those, how many white t-shirts do you have in your wardrobe? I love a white t-shirt. I like different sleeves, 3/4 sleeves, full sleeve, cap sleeve, a little peekaboo sleeve at the top. But here's the thing, and this is a great t-shirt. I like the crew neck. You can see how light the cotton is. But this guy is starting to look tired. It isn't stained under the arms, but I want you to check yours for that stain that they get yellow. Sometimes even the fabric can yellow in the washing machine when we wash them repeatedly. What I want you to do is, and some of you have these in your winter wardrobe because if you run hot, you are wearing these as layering pieces all year round. Check it out. Does it still fit you? Is it flattering? Is it stained or stretched? Does it look white, or does it look like, it's had one too many washes? Then you can fold it up, use it for your gardening shirt or what you want to wear when you're not going anywhere, and replace it. I really do think that's something that you should do so that you are ready. Now, so what did I do? I found another lightweight cotton, much wider neck, but I love that it's still lightweight. And this is a fresh way for me to go into the spring, summer season, knowing when I reach for that white t-shirt, it is going to be in good shape. I like it. It fits me. It flatters me. Boom, ready to go. Okay. And I want to say this to you. I did this. When you are looking at your tops in that way, you can immediately see what you don't have. Take note. If you are like me, I make a little note and I think, yes, I need to get that. That's what I call an intentional shopping list. So what did I do? Because I have seen so much this season in the color, I want to call it vanilla. It's a cream. Oh my gosh, beautiful. I have seen denim in that color. And this is not often a color that we can find. So for me, because it's kind of on trend, I'm going to pick it up now. This is a t-shirt, and you can't really see that it's an off-white t-shirt. Again, great Prima cotton. It is a crew neck, which I like. It's a little more dressy. There's a bit of a sheen, and it's got a bit more coverage on the sleeve. So I know that my white t-shirt's ready to go for whenever I need it without anything over it. And now I have this very flattering, warm vanilla shade added to my wardrobe. Intentional shopping. Now, that may not have happened had I not been doing a wardrobe transition where I had time to really edit and pay attention. Something I want to show you next is, I guess it's relevant, but I wanted to share because this happened. As I said, I want to talk truth. This is a jean I have worn a lot this past winter. And you can see it is denim, but it's that gorgeous cheetah print. And you can see it looks really cute with this kind of a top and this color actually. However, for me, this is feeling heavy. And if it feels heavy, I'm quite likely not going to feel confident wearing it out and about when it is 8 degrees, 10 degrees. What did I do? Because I love the print. And that print for me allows me to wear a lot of different colors on top that are all flattering. This is important for my skin tone. So I'm looking in my wardrobe for something I can pull out to replace that, to tuck this away for the next fall winter season. And this is a much lighter flowy fabric, but it gives me the same colors. And it helps me be able to still wear what I like, because I think it's important. So many people don't put their favorites away for the season that's coming, but they wear it into the season and it looks out of season. Does that make sense? Okay, so that's something that you can do. If you don't have something to move towards, maybe if it's in your budget, if it's something you really like and you're really into the patterns, and in this case, I love this pattern because again of the colors, then you can put that on your intentional shopping list. Okay. I want to say I think footwear is something we naturally think about when we transition. We move all those heavy boots to the side. I know that a lot of people, that's what they do. They move them to the side. They'll go in the basement, they'll go in a bin, out of sight, out of the front cupboard because we're so happy to get rid of these heavy, clunky boots. Well, here's what I'm saying. Review, reassess, be ready. Does that piece of footwear fit you? Does it fit you? Is it too big? Is it too small? People's feet change. Is it functional? Is it practical in your life still? And again, don't think of last year because we didn't really do a lot of things, most of us. But think about it. You know whether you've worn it or not. You know whether you would reach for it or not. Okay, also, you want to look at the condition of the boot. This is well loved. You can see. So I am not going to transition this. This pair of boots is set out to take to my cobbler. And because I want him to refurbish and make the heel look new again, and he will just clean up the suede a little bit so that when I pull these out in September, and I will because of the color, they are going to look as good as they can. And why am I keeping them? Because they're comfortable. I love them. They're practical for me in my lifestyle. Those are, those answers have checked off the box. So I'm going to keep this, but I'm not going to pack it away until it is in good shape so that, because I will forget. And then I go to wear it and I think, oh my gosh, what is this? Look at this thread. Look at this heel from driving. It doesn't look good and I'm not going to wear it. Now, lastly, I want to talk about outerwear. I do feel that this is probably the most neglected area of wardrobes when we transition. We either get too tired and forget about it. And let's be honest, our outerwear is usually in another space in our home. So don't forget about your coats and your jackets and your winter trench coats, all of those things. Because again, you want to review them, reassess, and be ready. Is it practical in your life? Would you have worn it 2 winters ago? Did you wear it 2 winters ago? Does it fit you? If it doesn't fit you and it's going to be impossible or costly to maybe let the seams out or to restructure it, you may want to think about getting it dry cleaned, if that's the case, if it's in good shape, and selling it. There are lots of opportunities I would say late summer where you can donate to coat drives and or sell it at your favorite resale shop. And the other thing about it is look at the zippers. Do they work? Are they broken? What about the belt? Have you lost the belt? Okay, if you have, no problem. Make sure you take it to a tailor and she or he can remove the belt loops so that it doesn't look like you lost the belt. It looks like it didn't come with a belt. What about buttons? Sometimes buttons get loose and they hang. So you don't want that to be the case. So it's so much easier now to put those things aside. And if you love it, if it's relevant, if it does fit you reasonably well, you're going to keep it. So take it to someone who can fix it for you again, so it's ready. Now, if it's something that you haven't worn a lot, I do want to suggest this. And most of my clients have invested in a steamer, even if they hadn't before I met them, because sometimes you don't need to dry clean these items. They just need a good steam. And then I hang them outside, especially in the spring weather, and they'll freshen up. And then you can pack them away, not in plastic. Never in plastic. Don't do that because your coat has to breathe, right? We need to keep those fibers happy. Okay. And I'm going to show you what I found. And, here's what I did. And I just want to keep saying this so that you think about it. Review, reassess, be ready. There is nothing wrong with this beautiful, and it's a down vest. But you know what? Yes, it does fit me. And I love that it has a double zipper so that when you're sitting, you can unzip and it's not uncomfortable. But you know what? If I was going to wear it, it would have been this past winter. I didn't. I'm not sure that I had it on the winter before. My daughter, when she visits, does wear it, but this is not something I reach for. I will tell you why. Shape flatters me, the color does not. So I've decided this is going. I will pack it in a container and drop it off when the Style 360, my resale shop, when they're looking for their items at the end of the summer that they'll put into their fall wardrobe for their customers. So this is going. And I want to say that so many people will say to me when I do this with them and online recently, oh, don't you like it? And it's not about liking. It's about how long have you had that item and you've decided for whatever reason you're not wearing it, or have you even had it on? You haven't had it on because you keep passing it by. Well, let's try it on. And if it isn't relevant and it doesn't fit and you're not using it, removing the clutter and the extra stuff from your wardrobe, from your space, is extremely liberating. I want you guys to feel jubilant and so happy that you accomplished this goal, because I can't tell you how much happier you will be when you open your closet, you see everything there that you actually like, it's in good shape, you know that it flatters you because you will wear it. And then you don't have the stress of wondering. You won't be rummaging through things to find something that you like, that fits, it isn't broken, that is in good shape. So those are, I hope that really helps you kind of bring together the action and the activity of transitioning and editing at the same time. And I do warn you, it's something you need to do when you have the time, because it takes time. There are things that you need to be prepared to try on, and that's okay. It doesn't take long. And that way you've got piles for the tailor, you will have things that you want to donate, and you're going to have a beautiful curated wardrobe of things that you will use because they're relevant in your life now. I forgot when I was talking about footwear. If you cannot wear the shoes, boots that you're considering, please don't keep them. This is an area where I see so many women, they'll say, I have too many shoes. How much room does that take up in your closet, especially if you keep them in boxes or clear storage bins? Put them on. The shoes is something you want to do later in the day. That is when your foot is as expanded as it will be. Try it on. If they're not comfortable, if you cannot walk in them, if you don't want to walk in them, if they're completely irrelevant in your life these days moving forward, not the pandemic, in your own life, you have to think bigger than that, then you really need to think about getting rid of them. If they're in good shape, sell them. If they're not, donate them. Someone else needs them and someone else will love them. Okay, so that is it for this newsletter, or vlog, as Olivia calls it. And I really would like your feedback. Do you like my information delivered in this way, or do you prefer to read it with all of my words and pictures? And I do want to hear from you. I really do, because I'm here to do whatever it is you would like me to do. If you feel that this was relevant, could you please share it with a friend or family member who needs to hear this message? Because that means a lot to me. Let's be honest, helping better together. Let's support women. Let's lift each other up. And I think sharing is a good way to do that. It doesn't cost them anything. Just send this off. And if they want to subscribe to the newsletter, they can do that on my website, which is personalstyleconsulting.com. So So, and you can also let them know that that is where they will see all of the new workshops, webinars, master classes that I have coming up. And what I am going to start doing is with my upcoming masterclass is only going to be one evening, but it's going to be all about footwear, and it is called The Next Step Moving Forward. But that's where there will be a special deal pricing wise for my newsletter recipients, and that's just a thank you for being loyal and responding when I want your feedback. I would like your feedback. Okay, I hope you've noticed, if you are on social media, that I've been really trying to do my stories every day on Instagram and having fun doing that. Every day is a different theme. So I guess there's lots of places where you can connect with me. You can always send me an email to Susan@personalstyleconsulting.com. I would love to hear from you. And until next time, my gosh, in 2 weeks, it'll probably be warmer, and maybe we'll have been outside, and maybe you will have added something to your wardrobe, or better than that, you will have gotten rid of things from your wardrobe that no longer serve you. So I'll see you then. Stay safe. And thank you so much for tuning in.